Eye contact is a silent language, a raw, unfiltered stream of data that, once you learn its dark grammar, instantly reveals a person's true intentions, their hidden fears, and their most guarded secrets without a single word being spoken. This isn't about just looking someone in the eye. It's about dissecting the subconscious signals, the involuntary tells that leak out through their gaze, giving you an almost unfair advantage in understanding the people around you. It's not about manipulation, but about seeing the world with a clarity most people walk right past. The common wisdom tells us to hold eye contact to show confidence, but that's just the surface. What happens when a gaze lingers just a fraction too long, or breaks away too abruptly? The dark psychology lies in these micro-expressions of the eyes, in the subtle dance of pupils and eyelids that betray what the speaker is desperately trying to conceal, or conversely, what they truly feel but dare not voice. Think of it as peeling back a layer of polite society to glimpse the primal operating system beneath. Consider the simple act of a sustained stare. In most social contexts, a direct, unbroken gaze exceeding a few seconds can feel intense, even aggressive. Why? Because it's a non-verbal challenge. It signals dominance, a refusal to yield social space. If someone holds your gaze like that, they're either profoundly interested, trying to assert control, or, uncomfortably, evaluating you as a threat or opportunity. The crucial part is noticing their lack of blinking and the unwavering focus, a signal that their cognitive load is entirely dedicated to you. But what if the eye contact is brief, almost fleeting, darting away the moment your eyes meet? This isn't always shyness. Sometimes, it's a sign of discomfort, perhaps guilt, or even a deliberate avoidance of connection, because they're withholding something. Imagine a colleague who can't quite meet your eye when discussing a project setback. Are they truly bashful, or are they hiding a critical piece of information they're responsible for? The eyes that quickly flit away are often trying to avoid scrutiny, attempting to become invisible under your gaze. Then there's the incredible, unconscious tell of pupil dilation. Your pupils expand and contract not just with light, but with emotion. When someone is genuinely interested in what you're saying, or if they find you attractive, their pupils will subtly enlarge. It's an ancient, involuntary reflex, a biological yes, that happens long before their brain has formulated a conscious thought. Conversely, if their pupils are constricted even in dim light, it can suggest disinterest, or even hostility. It's like a tiny, self-regulating window into their inner state, broadcasting attraction or aversion without a whisper. Have you ever noticed someone whose eyes seem to dart around the room as they speak, never settling? That rapid, restless eye movement can be a telltale sign of anxiety or discomfort. Their mind is racing, scanning for an exit, a distraction, anything but the present interaction. But here's the insidious part. Some masterful deceivers learn to suppress this natural reaction, forcing themselves into unwavering eye contact while lying. Yet, even then, the effort can betray them. They might blink less, their gaze becoming unnaturally fixed, almost predatory, an overcompensation that feels unsettling rather than trustworthy. Now let's talk about the direction of gaze when someone is recalling information. There's a theory, often discussed in fields like neurolinguistic programming, that eye movements can indicate whether someone is accessing a memory or constructing a thought. Generally, someone looking up and to their right from their perspective might be visually constructing an image, perhaps fabricating a story. Looking up and to their left could indicate recalling a visual memory. Similarly, looking sideways might relate to auditory processing, and looking down often signals kinesthetic feelings or internal dialogue. While not an absolute rule, when combined with other tells, these patterns offer fascinating clues into their cognitive process. It's like seeing their mental gears turning. Consider the strategic use of what's sometimes called the triangular gaze. In a professional setting, a polite and trusting interaction often involves making eye contact that mostly stays around the other person's forehead and upper face, creating a business-like triangle. When the eye contact dips lower, towards the eyes and mouth, forming a more intimate triangle, it signals a shift in rapport, a desire for deeper connection, or even attraction. The psychological trick here is that you can subtly guide the interaction's emotional tone by consciously adjusting your own gaze pattern. It's a silent invitation to intimacy or a clear boundary. Before we delve deeper, it's crucial to acknowledge the cultural lens through which all eye contact is filtered. In some cultures, prolonged eye contact can be a sign of disrespect or aggression, especially towards elders or figures of authority. In others, it's a necessary component of sincerity and attentiveness. So, while these principles offer a powerful framework, always cross-reference them with the specific cultural context. The dark psychology isn't about rigid rules, but about sensitive observation and pattern recognition. It's about knowing when averted gaze is humility and when it's evasion. What about the difference between a genuinely warm, engaging gaze and one that feels like a cold, calculating stare? The warmth often comes from the crinkling around the eyes, the subtle smile that reaches the outer corners, an expression known as a decode smile. A cold stare, however, often lacks this facial muscle engagement. The eyes might be wide, pupils perhaps dilated, but the rest of the face remains impassive, creating an unnerving mask. This is often the look of someone observing you, but not connecting with you, someone who sees you as an object of analysis or utility. It's the gaze of the predator, or the strategist, sizing up their prey or opponent. There's also the powerful phenomenon of emotional contagion through the eyes. When you hold someone's gaze, especially if it's a deep, empathetic connection, you can unconsciously mirror their emotions. Their anxiety can become your anxiety, their joy can spark yours. This isn't magic, it's our limbic system synchronizing, our primate brains hardwired for social bonding. But this can also be used, perhaps inadvertently, to amplify another's distress or soothe their fear. By holding a steady, reassuring gaze, you can transmit calm, or by meeting a defiant stare, you can escalate conflict. The power of a broken gaze is equally revealing. When someone breaks eye contact, what drives that decision? Is it because they're uncomfortable with the truth they're hearing, unable to maintain the charade? Or are they genuinely thinking, looking away to access an internal thought process without distraction? The direction matters. Breaking contact down and to the left could indicate self-reflection or shame. Breaking it rapidly to the side, then back, might be a quick assessment of an exit or a hidden observer. It's a momentary retreat, and the reason for that retreat is a treasure trove of information. And finally, consider the micro-gaze, those split-second, almost imperceptible glances we cast. We do this constantly, gathering data about our environment, assessing threats, or seeking affirmation. A person might sweep your face with a micro-gaze, picking up tiny changes in your expression, and then continue their conversation, as if nothing happened. This rapid scanning is how quick judgments are formed, how trust is built or broken in milliseconds. The dark psychology here is understanding that even when you think you're not being observed, these rapid, subconscious data collections are happening, constantly adjusting the other person's perception of you. Mastering this dark psychology isn't about becoming manipulative, but about becoming an unparalleled observer of the human condition. It's about recognizing the subtle currents beneath the surface of every interaction, empowering you to understand people on a deeper, more primal level. Once you truly grasp how the eyes betray and reveal, how they lead and follow, the world around you transforms into an open book. Every glance, every sustained gaze, every averted look becomes a sentence, a paragraph, telling a story that the mouth might never dare to speak. It's a profound responsibility, this power to read the unspoken, and it utterly changes how you navigate human connection forever.